You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us too. Playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. I had to convince my friends this time. Think you're toxic to my mind, but I know they don't know what you're all about. The way you hold my body tight, staying up talking through the night. Yeah, I know they just don't. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just sleep. I need more of. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just sleep. With us it's all or nothing. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just sleep. With us it's all or nothing.
Don't need your pity, don't need anything from you. You made me someone I am not. You made me realize what I got. Don't want your sympathy, your eyes so full of tears. I got my friends who got my back, so don't pretend you're all I have. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I survived, so don't you worry about me. 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 Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Come get your clothes and all the stuff you left behind. Don't want it lying all around, don't want a thing here to remind me of your presence, cause I'm much better without. No need for memories at all, I'm done erasing you, my love. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I serve back, so don't you
We'll get
worry
started
about
when this song is
me.
over.
Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Hey, hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Oh.
Sorry, I had to finish the song. I love that song. It just gets me, like bobbing and bobbing, right? Okay, my friends. Hello, James, I see your question. I'll answer that one. A little bonus Friday stream for you guys, right? So here's the deal. I like to just sometimes pop in and go live, right? And that's exactly what this is. And the fact that you're here, you know what that means? That means that you are probably a subscriber. So I gotta say, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I was kind of having fun clicking around with some stuff. Yeah, so do you guys like the new graphic, huh? The new little thing? Obviously, it's not a timer, but it's motion, right? So this thing. So if you're just now joining, I started with this and I have music. It kind of goes with the music. You know, as Laura mentioned, she's like, it's definitely right on with the lava lamp, very on target with the lava lamp. I thought the same thing, right? So here's the deal. I made that in Canva. Oh, shocker. Big shocker there, right? Big shocker. I seriously, that is literally like, I went to presentations and there was this cool design and I was like, oh, fun. Because they've been adding more and more elements. And one of the elements that they've recently added are gradient animations. So those are little gradients and I like gradients. And I was like, I wonder if they have them in different colors because the original design was like blue. If you go to your Canva account and you go to presentations, this thing's like the first one you see. And so I just swapped it with different colors and did my own thing and found another motion. Anyway, super fun. Love it. I was like, I'm going to make that like a little little mood kind of thing. So James, I'm going to show you guys, I want you to know I made a lighting change. You might have noticed it. Not sure if you did or not, but the lighting is a little different. I made one change, and it made a big difference. I'm going to actually try to pull something up so you guys can literally see the evolution of the change. But it's something that I never thought to do. I see professional lighting, it's funny. James Hicks is here. And I kind of am curious because I've never seen James Hicks's actual setup. But I'm thinking about his lighting and I wonder if he does something similar. But I see people, professionals, they always have these really high grade lights and they will a lot of times turn them and they reflect them off of a wall or they reflect them off of the ceiling. I see that a lot. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, if you have those like big bright box light, those special lights, then I could see that you would do that, right? So, hello, Lee, hello. And it's kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, I don't have those kind of lights though. James says, yep. So he probably knows where I'm about to go with this. You guys probably know, I've talked about it before, but my setup is a ring light. Well, here's the deal. This week, I got to give a shout out to my girl Luria Petrucci over at Live Streaming Pros. She did this awesome series of stuff she just basically was like lighting week. So every day this week, I think starting on Tuesday, her show was about lighting. Anywhere from like tips and tricks about using window light to professional light. And she did this amazing, one of the best ones that she did was with Ron Clifford, and he broke down the concepts of lighting. And I literally was like, I have watched so many videos. I have done so much research on lighting. And this is by far the simplest, most comprehensive breakdown of lighting I've ever had anyone do. It was awesome. But again, he talked about the whole reflection thing or whatever. Well, anyway, she had a panel today. I was in her panel, and it was a bunch of other people. These people are professional photographers, professional videographers, and they have all these fancy, and she wanted me to represent, like, you know, the scrappy, right? But here's the deal. And you can go check that out, by the way. She has a whole playlist. So if you go to her YouTube channel, Live Streaming Pros, there's a playlist, and you can literally watch all the stuff, and you can get it. So today, while we were there, I talked about my setup, and I was like, I'm like thinking about changing my lights based on what you all are saying, because one of the things that they talked about is when you have a ring light on you, it's a oh God, I'm gonna mess up the term now. I forget. Anyway, it's harsh light. And so that's why, again, the same reason why I always tell you guys, don't go buy one of those little ring lights, because the little ring lights it creates specular light. There it is. It's harsh and it creates shadows and it doesn't work. So you want that wider cast. And so diffuse light is also important because you don't want those harsh lights. Well, I've been noticing a hot spot ever since I changed to this camera. I've been noticing a hot spot on my forehead, and I do have oily skin. And especially when I get worked up and I get going, like, you know, sometimes I get a little worked up. And that's been driving me crazy. And so I've tried making adjustments to the ring light, making adjustments to my ISO, position of the ring light. Anyway, so I didn't have that softer look. I had a bit of a more specular look, and it was a little bit more specular than I was wanting, to be honest with you. So I'm going to show you the difference here in a second, because the funny thing is I was using my OBS virtual camera today, and I have a hotkey for recording to record a video with OBS, and it's number 1. And apparently I hit the 1 because I literally recorded myself, and I was streaming with her. I like recorded just me with my OBS for like an hour, which was, I realized, I was like, what am I? Oh, I'm recording myself. But I didn't realize it was a whole hour. Well, I actually have me in the beginning before I made the change, and also me at the end. So you guys are going to see that. So yeah, I'm going to show you. So let me show you. I flipped my ring light around. So let me just bring this up. So I'm not using NDI. So James asked the question earlier. He said, let me pull it up. He said, are you using NDI? Right here. I have not dabbled in NDI yet. I don't even know what NDI stands for. That's how much I know enough to know what it is, but I don't even know what it stands for. It's a way you can connect to other camera sources wirelessly, basically, I think. No, all I did was I did my little hack. You can see it's a double hack here. One of the ways that you can add a second camera to your streams is to just go into another browser window. So I did that on my phone. So I entered the studio again with my phone. But the trick is audio is always an issue. You cannot fully mute your phone for whatever reason. I don't know why. So I have I literally put that thingy that comes with your adapter. It's in the thing. And then I literally have a cut off set of headphone wire. Come on. A cut off wire, so that there's no audio coming out. Because if there was audio coming out, my mic right here would pick it up and you'd get an echo. And then I have this source muted right now. This source is muted. But let me just show you. So the ring light is actually now facing away, and it's pointed up at the ceiling. And so that is the change that I made. So massive, massive change for anyone who's using a ring light. This is key. This is really, really key. So if you have a ring light, this is something you might want to consider. So yeah, Epoch Cam is another one for sure. Okay, so this used to face towards me, and then I changed it, and now it faces away from me. So that's the only thing I changed. I bumped it up. So I bumped up the brightness. Okay, so I did that. So okay, I'm gonna show you guys the difference here in a second, but I also want to go to James's comments, because this guy knows his stuff. So Hicks Media, if you guys aren't following James on YouTube, I gotta recommend his channel. It's great. So go check his stuff out, Hicks Media. But so he says, Elgato key lights in my studio. Got one faced at me, one bouncing off the wall behind the monitors, which is, your monitors in front of you, and low accent lights around and behind. Yeah. So I like literally am so amazed by this. So let me pull up. I'm going to try to do this. Let me remove my camera. me kick that out of the, oh, I just need to close it. Hold on. I don't want to have too many things in my studio. Okay, so now I'm going to, he has another tip too. Oh, yeah, he says, need to diffuse the light. I actually have the color temp at 3,600K. Is that lumens? I think that's lumens. See, again, Billy's using a Lume Cube. Yeah, okay, so again, seriously, yeah, it's a free hack. And I was thinking about, I literally was like, okay, I think it's time to upgrade my lighting because that harshness was what I was not liking. Now, ring lights are great. If you have a ring light, it's awesome. It's perfect. But I was kind of thinking about going with the Elgato lights that James is talking about, but they're pricey. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. They're amazing. Like that, you can adjust the settings right on your phone. Ugh, so cool. I may still get it, but after I did this today, I'm like, I may not get them right away. So let me do this. I'm going to pull up the video with my video share inside StreamYard because seriously, first of all, I hope it's not too crazy because it is like an hour-long video. Okay. Okay. I'm going to mute it. All right. So here is, let me take this banner off. Literally, I had no idea I was recording myself. I'm actually adjusting some color settings here in a second in OBS because one of the things I have found is anytime I'm a guest on somebody's show, either honestly in Restream or Ecamm, my color comes through really red. And so we were starting our stream, but this is literally me recording myself and I didn't even know I was recording myself. And I was like right here, as you can see, if you watch, I'm making little adjustments in OBS trying to change the color. But so let's just go right here. All right, so I'm looking around, I'm like changing things, whatever. Come on, Melanie, get back up in the screen. Okay, so you see right here, I'm like that hot spot on my head. It's a little bright. I still kind of have it, but I was, this was before I made any adjustments to my light. Okay, so my light is still on me. Like it's fully on me. And then later, I'm like, I talked, did some stuff, explained my thing, and then I basically said, I'm going to, describing my scrappy hair light, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do when I'm done talking, I'm going to mute my phone, and then I'm going to try to make this adjustment. I'm going to try to flip my light around. So if you watch me here, and then, see, we fast forward. So I'm still there. So I'm still talking. Okay, here, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all the way towards the end, and you're going to see the difference. Look at the difference it made. Look at me here versus here. See all the shiny, harsh lines and the shiny kind of the contrast on my face, and then you go to here. Look how much softer the light is. Massive difference, right? And so that was after I changed it. Now, right now I'm sitting down. So I'm actually, I didn't even change my light. So I'm sitting down right now, but in this, and I'm also getting flushed because I'm getting hot. But I'm sitting down, and up there, the light's way up there. So I haven't adjusted anything. That's one of the disadvantages when you use a standing desk and you have a light that's on the floor, is that you're not going to be, you have to adjust the light all the time. But I also am not sure if I can or should. I don't think I need to. The other big difference is that when I'm using, so if you watch my face right now, this is something else to think about when it comes to your streaming. So when you're you're a guest inside Restream, or you're using Restream, for example, or other ones, their stuff is dark. The whole like view of everything is dark. StreamYard is white, meaning the actual like window, the browser it's all white. So that is going to also matter because a light browser or a light screen, something bright on the screen, is going to illuminate your face. So if you watch. So right now I moved my StreamYard screen over to the right. And so Restream is also dark. And so I was like, I made the change and I was like, I just sort of feel like it's a little too shadowy. But ironically with StreamYard, it's like, look at how it brightens up. Look how it just brightened up because I pulled in this bright browser in front of my face. So my monitor is actually putting light off versus when I do this, now it's not because my background is dark. So that also is going to play a factor in how your lighting is in your stream. So if you're sitting in front of monitors, then that matters. So, but anyway, Isn't that crazy? Like the difference it made. And somebody here in the group is saying it's easier on your eyes too. Let me do this. It's easier on your eyes too. It drives me nuts about the ring light is that it shines so bright in my eyes. So when I'm trying to see my screen, it's hard. Yeah. I will be honest with you. If I have my ring light on for a long time, I start to get a headache. And that is a known thing that you can get a headache for sure. So yeah, Doug says, yeah, StreamYard causes some reflection in his glasses for sure. I mean, if I were glasses, but look, I mean, as you guys can see, you can see my browser and my mirrored glasses here. So yeah, but the other thing about when you flip the ring light around is if you do wear glasses, that's actually not going to create quite the same reflection on your glasses that the ring light does. And that was one of the things that we were talking about on today's stream was that, when I do my dance off in the beginning, my that ring light was kind of showing through, but now it's like you can hardly see it because it's not there. Right. So James, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Get them likes up on the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. And you guys, this is a pop-up. So if you're here probably because you got notified because you're a subscriber. So definitely make sure that you have notifications set and that you're a subscriber. But I could not believe the difference that it was. So this is where it was before. Oh, that's what it looked like before. Now I'm a little green because the coloring, I was like making adjustments. But that's what it looked like before. So harsh lines, some brightness, some shadows to here, which is much softer, much, much softer. And as someone mentioned earlier, it is also much easier on your eyes to not have that ring light glaring in your face. So I definitely wanted to show you guys that. How cool is that, right? Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I was having some fun in our intro with the confetti overlays. One of the things that's cool about the way I've been doing my streams now, and I'm using OBS for my virtual camera, is that I can have that going and I can still have overlays and doing things like with the confetti, which I thought was way fun. I thought that looked way better with this than I dreamed it would. Like this, I was like, that confetti is like so fun over that. So that was like a blast, right? But so yeah, I'm pretty pumped about. I'm always tweaking. I'm always making changes, and that's what I always want to encourage you guys to do. Because if you figure something out and then you stay still, well, just have some fun. Get after it. Do more things, right? And so keep evolving, keep changing things, right? I'm ready to fix this cord down here that's like coming from the lava lamp, driving me crazy, and also that hot spot from that light is that's my under cabinet light that changes colors. That is how I illuminate the wall. I'm ready to make that not be a bright spot back there too, right? But always be changing things and having fun. That's what you got to do. So I do want to give a shout out. I have two things. I want to give a shout out to Luria, and I want you guys to go check out those videos. They're so good. Hey, Cynthia, happy Friday to you. I was just showing them the light change I made. I flipped my ring light around, and so now it's reflecting off the wall. And I was showing them. I'll show you real fast since you're here because I love Cynthia. I don't want her to miss out. Purgatory Paranormal of New York. Love me some Cynthia. So this is what it was before. This is what you're used to seeing. Okay. So the shadows, the bright light, kind of the harsher light, and then to this. All by flipping my ring light around and reflecting it off the wall. That's not a very good view. There you go. Like a massive difference. So now the light is much softer, which is what you're seeing now. Now I'm sitting now, so my light's up there. So I gotta continue to play around. And I'm red because I've been like live since 1:30. I've been on video since 1:30, and I'm like hot. I'm burning up. I'm ready to be done with this. But it's about cocktail time, people. That's all I'm gonna say. It's Friday, and it's just about time for a vodka with a splash, just a splash, just a tiny bit of grapefruit, and then another splash of water and a basil leaf. It's delicious. And I'm about to pour me one of those things. So yes, glasses, exactly. Doug Mattice was talking about that too, his glasses. So the ring light, when you flip it around, that reflection's not going to be quite the same. Now, what you guys is key here is you have to have a wall close to you to be able to do this. And the other thing is that wall needs to be lighter in color because if it's a dark wall, it's just going to absorb the light. It's not going to give you enough reflection. Now, I will say I flipped my ring light around. I pointed it up so it's up at the ceiling at an angle so it's kind of on the wall and the ceiling. So that light's reflecting at me. and I turned up the light. I had to turn up the brightness of the light because I'm utilizing it differently. So I'm just super excited about it. I'm really, really happy about this change. And I can't believe it's just something that simple that made such a difference. Craziness, just craziness. So I learned this stuff because I was watching Loria's channel. I was paying attention and I was on her show today, and these guys all had these lights reflecting. And as James is doing the same thing. And so now that I see it, I'm like, I bet James Hicks with Hicks Media, I bet he's doing the same thing. He's got his lights bounced because his light is it's so smooth. It's so smooth, just like James's voice. James, you know that. You get compliment on it all the time. His voice is so smooth. So anyway, go over to Live Streaming Pros channel. Let me pull it up for you guys so you can see it. Over on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed to Loria's channel, you need to be. And I am literally, this is not a plug. I'm not an affiliate. She's a dear friend of mine. She's my mentor. And there's so much to learn over here. So, but the lighting week was so freaking good. Oh, look, I'm live. So let me share my screen. So here's the video we did today. Oops, I got to actually put it in. Here's the video we did today, right? And that was a bunch of people. There's all these different styles, which was actually super fun because there were so many different styles, and it just goes to show you that you don't have to be one particular way. Everybody out there is doing all kinds of different things. Cynthia is making a really good, she says, if you don't have a wall in front of you, you can get a photography umbrella on a stand and bounce it off that. Or yes, totally. Or you can also get crazy scrappy and you can hang a sheet. That was one. You can hang a sheet. You can use like a white board. There's other hacks you can do. Not that anybody wants to have a sheet hanging from their place in there. But so Live Streaming Pros, pop over here. So Lighting Week is what she did. And there's an entire playlist, if I can find it. Maybe not. Maybe it's not right there. Let me get it for you. Playlists. There we go. There it is. This is the playlist you want. Let me just grab this link for you because it is so good, everybody. So I just put the link to the playlist on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, but I can't do it in the group. So if you're in my Facebook group, you're going to have to go to one of those other places to get it. So yes, make sure. I don't have a Buy Me a Coffee, James. I need to set that up. Do you have one of those? Maybe I can bring you on the show, James, and you can actually teach us about Buy Me a Coffee because this has been brought up before, and I know that you can name it whatever you want, but I want to learn about it, and I think my audience needs to learn about it. So, James, if you know about Buy Me a Coffee, that would be a really awesome excuse to bring you on the show. You could teach us about Buy Me a Coffee. It is something I've been thinking about doing. But speaking of shows, yeah, I need to get that. Speaking of shows, so next Tuesday, I'm actually getting ready to create the thumbnail and get this thing scheduled because Cynthia, Purgatory Paranormal of New York, she encouraged me, set your streams up earlier, right? Like schedule them a little bit earlier. So I'm doing that. She's right. Good advice to take. Give people more time to see what you're going to be talking about and to get that subscription. So I'm going to schedule the stream, but I'm going to have Chad Ela Peterson come on the show, and he's going to talk about OBS, which is how I'm able to do things like the transparent countdown timer. We're going to talk about just new tricks. I think there's also some new features, but anyway, he's going to come on and actually show me some things, but we're going to talk about, using OBS's virtual camera in conjunction with StreamYard. And I think he's got a bunch of other stuff up his sleeve that I don't even know about. So he's going to be my special guest on Tuesday. So instead of my normal just Q&A, it's going to be Chad's going to be coming on. I have us blocked out for 90 minutes, okay? And we are starting earlier. So we are actually starting at, hold on, I better confirm this. I think it's 1:30. It is 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern time is when we're starting, and we are going to stream for 90 minutes. So come hang out with us, learn some stuff, geek out with us. He knows so much, so I know he's going to be able to answer other questions. He knows a lot about audio. I mean, he's very, very talented with what he does, and he's just fun, and he's going to be great. He's just a cool dude, and I'm excited to have him on the show. And so he's going to be our guest on Tuesday. So Chad Ela Peterson's going to come on, and we're going to talk about using OBS, and he's going to share some tricks with us, and hopefully you'll learn something new, and maybe you'll start doing some fun stuff. So, and then it sounds like we're also going to be having Mr. James Hicks up on the show as well. And he's going to talk about Buy Me a Coffee. But I have another thing. I'm going to tell James he's going to have to geek out with us too and share some awesome tips with us because James knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. He's got good stuff. Check him out at Hicks Media over on YouTube for sure. So, you guys, it's Friday. It's 4:30 and I'm still working. That's not normally how I like to roll. Normally, I like to be on the golf course, and I'm going to admit something. I would be, but it's like 24-mile-an-hour winds right now. And so Doug and I were talking, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. It's kind of chilly, too. If it were super warm, I might put up with it. But I do not like gale force winds, especially when I'm trying to play golf. So I don't like winds when I'm playing golf, when I'm playing pickleball, or when I am on the boat. I don't like those winds. So here I am still working, hanging out with you guys, sharing some fun stuff. I'm about to do exactly what I just said, schedule that stream, about to go make a cocktail and finish the day. I hope you have great stuff planned for the weekend. And as I said earlier, if you're here and you just landed on the stream, maybe you're watching the replay, I don't know, make sure you get subscribed because I do these pop-ups every once in a while. So give me a subscription, click on the notification bell so that you do not miss a beat and you know that whenever I do one of these pop-ups, you're going to get a notification and you're going to come hang out with us, just like Cynthia and just like James and everybody else who, they're subscribed. That's how they were here. That's how they knew. That's how they got the beginning. That's how they got to hang out when I was doing this, right? Playing music. So don't miss a beat. Get subscribed. And as Cynthia says, time for martinis, right? It is time. It's time. All right, my friends. Thanks for being here. As always, I appreciate you. I don't know what's happening right now, but we hit 500 subscribers on YouTube this week on Tuesday, like right before the stream, and we're over 520 now at this point. So we're getting there, right? We're having some fun, and I just appreciate all of you guys that have been hanging out here on Facebook, inside the Facebook community, and of course on YouTube, all the new people in my world over on YouTube. I'm really, really grateful for you. So it's been fun. Let's go have a great weekend. You guys, I'll see you on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, not 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday. I'll see you there. Bye.